Hello everyone, it's Rob Cornish here, and in this video I'm going to show you on the screen how to buy Bitcoin. Also, I'm going to show you how to send Bitcoin to someone else and how to cash out your Bitcoin. In other words, convert the Bitcoin that you hold back into your own local currency. Now, the reason I'm doing all this is explained in the blog post below. You'll see I'm actually doing some personal investments in Bitcoin. So check that out below after watching the video. And if you're watching on YouTube, just click the link in the description and that'll take you through to the blog post that I was referring to, so you can get the full picture. Now, as you can see, I'm in a service called Circle.com. There are lots of similar services, but this is the one I like and I do recommend it to you. It's just a really easy way of buying and selling Bitcoin and also making transfers. So the first thing that we need to do is actually charge up my account. You can see at the moment my account balance is 0, and I'm just going to click on add money to put some money into it. Now I've registered a debit card with Circle.com, so that's where the money will come from. And we're just going to pick a very small amount just for test purposes so I can show you. So let's put in £10. I'm in the UK, so this is pounds sterling. At the moment, £10 is about 13 US dollars, so about 13 US dollars, very small amount. So I'm going to click on add £10 to Circle, and we'll just give it a moment. And there we go. You can see you just deposited £10 from my Visa debit card. So now my account balance is £10, which is brilliant. So the next thing is to use this money to go and buy Bitcoin itself. And we can do that very easily. Go up to the top right, click on the drop down menu and choose settings. And then we'll go to currency here. And at the moment, my currency is set to British pounds, but we want to transfer that or convert that into Bitcoin. So I'm going to click on Bitcoin. And you can see it gives you the exchange rate, and provided you're happy with that, you can click on convert to Bitcoin, which I can do down here. And there we go. It's instantly converted it over to Bitcoin. So if we go back to the home screen now, you can see instead of the £10, I've actually got 0.0205 and so on Bitcoin, which is the equivalent of just under £10. So you can see that basically it's about 3p that I've been charged to convert the currency. It's a very, very small amount, but now I am actually holding Bitcoin. Now I actually had to just go and press pause on the video to go and do something else. And now I've come back, I can see that the value of Bitcoin that I've just purchased has risen slightly, only by a very small amount, but you can see it's now worth £10 and 4p. And this is what you'll see as well. If you hold Bitcoin, the amount of Bitcoin you hold doesn't change. But of course, the value of that Bitcoin in your own local currency, for me, it's pound sterling, does fluctuate. It goes up and down. Now, with that said, let's go and send this Bitcoin to another account. And I can do that by clicking send money at the top. And if you've ever used PayPal, this is really basically the same. It's asking for an address to send it to. And for this, I'm going to use just another account that I actually own. Now, I talk about accounts for Bitcoins. They're a bit like bank accounts. In Bitcoin terminology, bank accounts are called wallets. So a wallet is just simply a holding device, if you like. It's like a bank account. It just holds the Bitcoin that you own. So what I'm going to do is put in the address of my other Bitcoin wallet or my other Bitcoin bank account. So I'm going to go over to another service, a service called blockchain.info. And this is a very common wallet or account that you can have for Bitcoin. It's free to set up. If you could just go over to blockchain.info/wallet, I think it is, you can get one yourself. You just put in your details and sign up. Now you can see at the moment, I've got 0 Bitcoin in this particular account or wallet, and I want to receive Bitcoin into this. So I'm going to click on receive here and get the address of this Bitcoin wallet. So I can highlight that code. Believe it or not, this is like an account number, like your bank account number, but only a lot bigger, a lot more complicated. So I'm going to right click and copy that. go back to Circle, where I'm actually holding my Bitcoin, and click on Paste. And then I'm going to enter the amount. Now I'm going to transfer, just for the purposes of this video, just going to transfer all of the balance. Okay, so this is how much I'm holding. So I can copy that amount, copy and paste it in there. So we're going to send this amount of Bitcoin to this address, and that's it. So let's click on continue. And please review your transaction. Yes, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to click on send money. And you can see immediately I get this notification saying you sent this amount of Bitcoin to this address. So if I go over to my other wallet, you can see, you might have heard that little beep there. If I click on done here, you can see the Bitcoin has arrived in this system. However, with Bitcoin transfers, they do take some time to clear. It's a bit like when you, I suppose in the old days, when you write a check to someone, you give it to someone, they bank it, but it takes a few days to clear. Well, with Bitcoin, it takes a few minutes. Again, this is for technical reasons, which I'm really not knowledgeable enough to explain to you, but it does take a little bit of time. So if we go over to the transactions option on the left-hand side, and we go to this transaction here, and I click on the button, I can see it saying pending. So that means I think that it's been received, but it hasn't been confirmed. And it has to have 3 confirmations to kind of be confirmed and actually be marked as complete. So what I need to do is pause the video and come back once this is actually complete. So let's do that now. Right, so about 10 minutes has passed and you can see the transaction is now marked as confirmed, which is excellent. So what we're going to do next is send this Bitcoin back the other way, back into the original account, and then I'm going to show you how to cash it out back into local currency. So the principle of this is just the same, and I just want to show you this again because it's just a different system, but you can see the principle is really identical as to what we've already done. So we're going to click on send. And similar dialogue, so we need the to address. Now we want to send it back to my Circle account, so I'm going to go into Circle, and if I go up here to the top right and go get address, that's going to give me this address, which I can click on copy, copied, and back to blockchain.info. I'm going to paste this in, so that's the address we're sending this Bitcoin to. And I think here, if I just put a large amount, and it says, you know, the total amount that I can send is that. If I just click there, that's it. So it's going to send all the Bitcoin that I've got back to this Circle account. Let's go to next step. That all looks fine. So I'm going to click on send. And there we go. You've successfully sent Bitcoin. Okay, now back in Circle here, you can see that I'm being notified that I'm receiving an amount of Bitcoin from an external account. So we just need to give it, you know, a little bit of time to complete that. So I'm going to pause the video again and we'll come back in a second. Right, so you can see now that it says received this amount of Bitcoin. So all that's gone through, and importantly, I can see the local currency value of the Bitcoin that I have in my Circle account. So what I'm going to show you is the last thing we're going to do in this video, and that's how to convert the Bitcoin back into your local currency. Now, I can do this by going up here to settings and use the currency options that we looked at before. Or I can just click on the sell Bitcoin button here, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click there, and it's saying how much Bitcoin would you like to sell. I'm going to double click there and copy that amount in here. Now the pricing will tell me how much I'll get back. It's £9.92. And the exchange rate and everything. And the way this is going to come back to me is actually through my card. So in Circle, you can register bank accounts and so on if you want to, but I've just gone with the Visa card, the same one that I've used before to buy and do everything else in this video. So when I click continue, That's basically just going to send that amount of money in my local currency back onto the card, which effectively goes back into my bank account. So that's how I cash out and transfer my Bitcoins back into my local currency. So I'll click continue there. Oh, it's asking me to confirm. That's fine. And I'll click on withdraw money. You'll see there it said 1 to 4 business days. I did this before as a test and it took 1 day. But, you know, like everything, sometimes it takes a bit longer. But there we go. So now I've just sold this amount of Bitcoin. It sent it to my Visa card, which basically means it goes back into my bank account. My balance now in Circle is 0. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the blog post below and you found this video useful as well. Talk soon.